the parents they had neurotypical kids. The kids were older, and then they adopted 6 Down syndrome children.
And they were brothers. A lot of them were related, so they kept them together.
Right. And then they died. And then the 2 adult...
The parents died.
The parents died. And the adult brother and sister, who were in their early 30s, they moved back home to keep the family together, and these 6 children who are older now.
Yes.
And Extreme Makeover is doing their home.
And I was there yesterday.
How was that? Overwhelming.
Well, what it is it immediately goes, it's just life. You just go, show business is great and I love it. And I am driven and I do love what I do. But that's one thing I've really never, people think, oh, she must be so obsessed because she's not married or whatever. No, I am not obsessed. I just love what I do. And then when I go do something like that, I go, oh, I see, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm supposed to be doing with the tiny, tiny, tiny amount of fame, celebrity that I have. That is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because one of the kids loves singing and dancing. Oh. So we did a demo. You know how they demo the house?
Right.
Well, I'll keep it a secret, but it airs in October, and it's really funny. And it changed
And you
me.
went there and you performed and you with them and helped them do the house. Wow. It's really miraculous. And I can say this, Kristin, because you're so successful at your career, it doesn't mean that you can't do, I'm doing both. You could do both.
That's right.
And Tracy has a little boy who has Down syndrome. He's 6 years old.
I didn't know.
Yeah. And a little 9-year-old who's autistic. She has 6 children.
What?
Yeah. So now in our house there are 9 children, because her oldest is 18 and he's moved out. But there are 9 kids.
How did I not know this?
I don't know, but I thought of you actually when I met her. I thought, now who would understand this?
See,
Let me think of all my friends who are going to call my therapist and say this is insane.
I'm rubbing my eyes.
I know, because you're crying.
Well, it's because that's what life's about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that person.
Yeah. You will love her.
I've never met her.
You'll enjoy her. She's quite.
That takes a special.
It sure does. On her own, she fostered like 12 kids and adopted 5, and then gave birth at 39 to a baby that had Down syndrome. And she said they told her it was 1 in 27 chance. And she thought, well, if it is, he'll fit right in, because she thought, she didn't plan on adopting kids with special needs, but when you adopt from foster care, sometimes, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. And so there she was. And when I met her, I was like, is this some sort of a joke?
Of course.
A single 45-year-old woman, single with 6 kids from foster care, and you look like you do?
Yeah, I know.
Are you a mass murderer? That's what I kept thinking. There's got to be something
really
off. Yeah.
There is Howard Stern.
Oh my gosh, Howard Stern.
Hi.
I went out with Robin, you and me, the beach. All right. Yeah, you and me. Something. This.
I'm giving him the tongue.
Yeah, give him the tongue.
I did.
Fantastic.
See,
Jeanette has the hots for him.
Yeah, I think he's incredibly.
She wants to do it.
There is something very sexy about him. And
Thank you.
Now I'm wishing I'd put on some makeup.
You are so gorgeous. I can't believe that you
me?
don't have makeup on.
What? Thank you.
I actually thought Deirdre was lying.
No.
Girl, I just got up.
Yeah. When you do 8 shows a week, people don't realize it's exhausting.
It's harder than any. It's like when someone asked me about a certain celebrity that came and got sick and had to leave a show.
Oh no, I don't know about this. Which celebrity came and got sick?
Well, he had mercury poisoning.
Okay, so is Jeremy Piven?
Yeah, I mean he had it.
He came to the show and he wasn't feeling well.
Right.
So he came to watch the show. I thought he was banned from Broadway for the rest of his life.
I think he might be, but anyway, he was very mad at me for saying in an interview that you can't just there's no wimpage
in Broadway.
But you know what? If you have mercury poisoning, that's a horrible,
horrible. Yeah, mercury
disease.
Poisoning is pretty serious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. Actually, I don't know anyone who's had it.
I don't eat fish, thank God. So
Yeah, good. You'll never get it. No. That's good. They won't have to get an extra rider on your next Broadway show.
That's right.
Yeah, because there's no chance of you getting mercury poisoning.
Absolutely. I have gone on with broken ribs and a herniated disc in my neck.
Of course you have.
And I have a broken toe right now. But mercury poisoning, from what I understand.
That's serious. Yeah, I understand too. A lot of celebrities come to see your show there with you and Sean.
Yeah.
Who I understand is like, Dick Van Dyke at the height of his perfection. It's like they say he's like unreal in this role.
Okay, you know how there's certain parts you're born to do, like I think you are with Miss Hannigan.
Yes, thank you.
This is his.
This is his. Okay.
This is his moment. This is his part, and he's. I wish they'd redo like the Donald O'Connor story for him or something. He's just so good. You're gonna fall in love with him because he plays like the ultimate kind of loser, but you fall in love with him.
Anyway.
And my poor character just doesn't even know. How many times have you women out there, men out there, fallen in love with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and then the person that you really, the one that you really should be with is over here, but you never notice them.
Yeah.
That's what the story is.
Oh, that's a good story.
Yeah, and then I'm warning you now, Rosie.
Okay.
Get ready.
Well,
I'm playing
Bobby told me.
the
He's like,
dramatic part.
Bobby said to me, it's a serious role, and she tries to kill herself in this. I'm like, Kristin? You thank God you warned me. When I went to see Masterclass, Kristin, no one told me what it was about. And it was like preview week. Zoe Caldwell, I'm in the front row. League of Their Own is just about to come out. I'm with Biddy Schramm, and Zoe Caldwell starts doing her thing. And I am sobbing in the front row, audibly sobbing at the mist when she makes her have the abortion. And I'm like, oh! I'm like holding my mouth to try to not disturb. She comes out, she bows to the audience, and then she looks right at me, puts her hands over her heart, and goes, oh. Like, you poor pathetic loser who couldn't keep her shit together. That's what I was.
That's what I did during Billy Elliot.
Okay, me
During
too.
the audition scene, I was like,
I know.
I lived it.
Now, listen.
I was too sure.
Oh.
Anyway.
I took Parker to the opening of that,
And
here he is sitting next to me, about 14 at the time, I guess.
can't even believe that you just said 14.
Okay, he's 6 foot tall.
I can't talk about it.
He's sitting next to me, and there's the scene with the letter from the mother, and he reaches over and holds my hand.
No.
Yeah, and I couldn't look at him because now the tears are falling and he just held my hand and then afterwards, he let go of my hand and he sort of rubbed my leg. And I thought, this boy, my God. He, honestly, Kristin, was like a life raft. Oh. That boy arrived in my life like a fucking life raft.
Well, it was you're his mama.
I know.
That's what we're talking about, biological, adopted. Like, would you ever dream of introducing Parker as your adopted child?
No, because it doesn't even,
It's your kid.
Yeah, right,
I
exactly.
mean, he is adopted.
Yes.
That is the truth.
That's right.
And you are his adopted mother, but like, it always cracks me up when people are like, your adopted mother. I'm like, that's my mom.
That's my mom. Yeah.
That's the way you and Parker are.
That's right.
It's your kid.
Now, did you ever have the desire to go look for your birth mother?
I have not had that beating desire, and I know a lot of adopted children who do, and I understand that.
Yeah, me too.
I do not have that. I have a very full life. There are medical things I wonder.
Sure.
Like, I have really bad eczema, and
so does Vivi. How funny is that?
You know what? I gave birth to her.
You could have.
In an Ambien coma and didn't know it.
Maybe when you were twittering, you were in labor. You're like, something's happening. I may be pooping. Nope, it's Rosie's daughter. I don't know.
I didn't know I was pregnant.
Yeah, there you go. On MTV this Thursday at 9. Yeah. No, but the thing about adoption, it's nothing like a gorgeous girl snorting at me in the morning.
I'm so
like
sorry.
it. But it's also for my kids to know, like when I know there are people who they admire and they look up to, and it's a great thing. I go, she's adopted too. Like it's such a bonding thing for them. They're lucky because, as I say, on our street there are so many adopted kids.
That is so crazy because I was like the only person on my block, or maybe even in Broken Arrow, that was adopted.
Well, in our elementary school, Rolling Hills, there was only one girl that was adopted, Jackie White, and it was like the big thing. Jackie White was adopted.
Adopted.
Shh, don't say it.
Yes.
Right.
Oh gosh.
How come they look alike?
Yeah.
Yeah.